WWE wrestler Ludwig Kaiser was recently arrested. Arrested for battery after an incident in an elevator. I think a hotel elevator. We got the details here. We're going to talk about it. When I first heard this, I assumed the worst. I said, please don't let this be domestic. Don't let it be a domestic assault on his girlfriend. Girlfriend, right? He's not married. I don't know what the relationship is between him and, well, it's not Tiffany Stratton no more. It's someone new, right? Regardless, when I heard it, I was like, God, don't let it be another domestic assault. It wasn't. Thank God. Still bad because he got arrested for it, but it is a misdemeanor. He is out on bond. And if all things play out well, he should still be able to wrestle this weekend. Because apparently he has to talk to his lawyers, and the lawyers have to request him to be able to travel and work, which I think he'll be able to. Because if he doesn't, oof, all that build up. Because currently Ludwig Kaiser is involved in a great, huge storyline between him and Chad Gable over this El Grande Americano mask versus mask thing. It's really, really good. It's the hottest angle in AAA right now. One of the hottest angles in WWE, if I'm being honest with you. How much would it suck if they had to cancel all of this? If they had to throw it out due to him getting arrested? Now, the incident happened in April. It didn't just happen. It happened months ago. But there was a warrant out. He turned himself in. And so now he has to deal with all this craziness. And hopefully they'll be gracious enough to let him wrestle this weekend. But what happened? What exactly led to all of this? What led to him being arrested, right? Well, the victim released a police affidavit that explains his side of the story. I don't think it explains everything, because let's be real, sometimes when you're involved in a fight, you don't necessarily tell the full truth. You tell your version of the story, which is fine. That's expected. But here's what the victim's affidavit said. Says here, Ludwig Kaiser was with a woman. He doesn't state whether the woman was his girlfriend. It just states it's Ludwig Kaiser and a woman. They get into the elevator and then immediately start making out. And they are going to town. It's like tonsil hockey. Let's just say TVMA, right? So as the elevator comes to his stop, he gets off. He turns around and tells, this is what he said. He tells Ludwig and this woman that we're assuming is his girlfriend, show some manners. That's what he said. And then he claims that this upset Ludwig Kaiser. He snapped and then hauled off on him. And apparently it was a battery, so that means he continued to beat him. Started whipping his ass for daring to tell Ludwig Kaiser to show some manners, young man. That's his story. Couple of things about this affidavit. It does not confirm whether the woman or not was his girlfriend. I do not care. I do not care. Fine. If it was her, great. If it wasn't, that's his business. It's wrestling. I've seen too many times where these wrestlers are messing with people that are not their significant others. Is it right? No, but whatever at this point. It does not explain whether the situation was escalated verbally, because we don't know what was said. Apparently, the video footage, it doesn't have any sound. So we don't know what was actually said. Also, this does not include Ludwig Kaiser's side of the story. It's just the victim's side of the story. I don't know what's on this police footage. It's not even out in public yet. But I cannot imagine all he said was, show some manners. Have some respect. Okay, before I give my opinion on what was said so far, I'm just going off of what I got right now. If more information comes out, we'll talk about it then. But no one knows the full story yet. So anyone jumping to conclusions and saying, Ludwig Kaiser is a monster. He should be locked up and had the key thrown away. First off, Ludwig Kaiser has no prior criminal record. None. He hasn't been arrested before. This is literally his first offense. Also, it was a misdemeanor, not a felony. If it was a felony, okay, that means he took it too far. But a misdemeanor, probably just hit him. And he's out. $1,000 bond. I doubt this is as bad as people are making it out to be. I'm sorry. I'm not going to villainize the guy for a situation that, sure, let's just break this down too. Could him and his woman, that I'm assuming is his girlfriend, have waited till they got to a hotel? Yes. Did he have to hit him? No. Did the man, the victim, have every right to voice his discomfort? Yes. Could the same victim, this same victim, have waited 30 seconds, minded his own business, and just walked away? Also, yes. This entire thing could have been avoided. But I seriously doubt. All he said was, please show some manners. Boom! If that's what happened, Ludwig Kaiser is a psychopath. Whether he's on drugs or not, that is psychotic behavior and he should be locked up and thrown away. For good, because that's not something that I want around society at all. Which is why I believe it didn't go down that way. My personal opinion. This is a non-story. I don't think this is something WWE is going to lose their shit over. This is not some WWE scandal. Something that Ari Emanuel, Triple H, Nick Khan are going to call an emergency meeting and go, oh, we got to get rid of this guy. We have to fire him. We have to release him before he ruins the sanctity, the image of the WWE. What? Guys, Undertaker is notorious for starting fights in bars. Hulk Hogan choked out some TV hosts. And we cannot forget about David Schultz slapping an interviewer for saying or claiming wrestling was fake. Come on now. What business are we in right now? Now, am I saying that wrestlers should go around assaulting people? Absolutely not. But this situation is not what that was. What this seems like, from my perspective, is Ludwig Kaiser and his girlfriend, I'm hoping, was making out in an elevator. The guy saw it happen, got offended, and said, hey, can y'all get a fucking room? Hello? And then he kept pressing. And Ludwig said, shut the fuck up. It escalated, and then a fight happened. That's what I think happened. I haven't seen the footage. Nobody has seen the police footage. When we see the police footage and see what happens, if it shows that they got into the elevator, they being Ludwig and the woman, they start making out, the guy's not bothering them. He exits and then turns around and says, show some manners, or we see him doing it. And then Ludwig hooks up and then lunges at him. Unless we see that, I doubt this is going to be anything all that major. Because it's not that big of a deal. Worst case scenario, if he does get some kind of punishment, which I don't see happening, a brief suspension, 2 weeks, maybe a month, and then they bring him back. Or maybe just a slap on the wrist. Don't do it again. I have a hard time believing a man that has no history of violence, no criminal record, would do something like this when he's days away from the biggest match of his career, one of the biggest storylines he's ever had. So unless drugs were involved or some piece that we're not seeing comes into play, I doubt anything's going to happen to him. Now, we still got time. More evidence might come out, and I will be here to talk about it if more evidence comes out and it proves that one way or the other, something crazy did happen. But as I sit here before you, non-story. He hit somebody, got a misdemeanor, paid off the fine, got bailed, and is now looking to wrestle at the AAA event this weekend, which, by all intents and purposes, he's going to do. I doubt anybody's worried. But we'll see. Anything's possible. Give me your thoughts down below. How you guys feel about it? Do you feel Ludwig Kaiser was in the wrong? Or do you feel like the victim is not telling the full story like I do? Thank you guys for watching. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx World, a place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.